Hello, and welcome to 100 Yards of Football Sports Talk Radio. I'm your producer, Jeremiah Long, and joining me to talk about Zion Johnson, the offensive guard from Boston College, in our NFL Draft Prospect Special is Mr. Logan Landers. How's it going, man?
Hey, what's going on, Jeremiah? The Super Bowl is over, unfortunately. No more live football. No more pads hitting each other for quite a while. But it is draft prospect time. It's also Valentine's Day, right? On this Monday, we're filming. So, everyone spend some time with your loved ones today. Enjoy a nice meal and, stay safe, of course. But, man, it's going to be a great show. I can't wait to talk more about the big guy from Boston College, Zion Johnson. He's got a lot of potential. I can't wait to get more in-depth into it in just a second.
Absolutely. And for everybody watching at home or listening to our podcast, thank you yet again for just blowing away our expectations. The way that you've been telling your friends and family through word of mouth about 100 Yards of Football has helped us to grow so very quickly. And one more amazing example that I like to show is that over on our YouTube channel, which has been growing so quickly as well, we are so happy to be getting incredible engagement, amazing comments all the time on our videos, whether they're live or you watch us later on. We're so excited about that. And we have started to do more community engagement over on our page. And we are really excited to see everybody's answers to our last couple of questions over on our YouTube page. First off, we said, who would win the MVP for Super Bowl 56? Overwhelmingly, you felt Joe Burrow was going to be the winner before the game. I think you definitely could have been right. I think T. Higgins could have definitely been the MVP had the Bengals won. Since it was actually the LA Rams that won, then it was Cooper Kupp that ended up being the MVP. We had 20% of our people who responded that felt Cooper Kupp would have been the MVP. So on our second question, who will win Super Bowl 56? 67% of our respondents felt the LA Rams were going to win, and 33% felt that the Bengals were going to win. So it looks like all of our YouTube viewers were correct that the LA Rams were the ultimate winners of Super Bowl 56. So thank you so much for interacting over on our YouTube channel, and thank you so much for joining us over on the channel and subscribing. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you can know every time that our new podcast on the video side comes out. And make sure you subscribe on the podcast side so you know every time one of those new episodes comes out. Well, Mr. Logan Landers, we want to talk about Zion Johnson out of Boston College. Break it down for us why this young man is special.
So Zion Johnson, 6'3", 316 pounds, went to start off his college career at Davidson College, right? NCAA Division I school in the FCS, in the Pioneer Football League is that conference. So started out at a school I had, up till this video, never even heard of. So started off there, worked hard his first year, transferred over to BC with the Eagles at Boston College, and that is where he started to make a name for himself. He played 2 seasons at left guard, 1 at left tackle so far. He's probably going to be at least, we have him listed as a guard at the moment. He's probably going to end up in the NFL. Guard is where he looks more comfortable, and I think he's going to look great, right? So like I said, he's got good size, 6'3", 316. Good size on the young man, and played a lot, right? He played a whole lot at Boston College. Fan favorite. Everyone loved this guy. All ACC academic honors for the second time in his career. So smart with the books in 2020. And I really like this guy. I think that Zion Johnson is going to be a solid pickup for any team that needs some offensive line help, because there is a few who need some help this year. And I think, like I said, the size he's got, a guy who he's ready, right? He's ready to go into the league. He's ready to get some help. He's ready to, make his quarterback feel safe, help out his running back, get some holes for him. And I think that, some very good performances this year. He got his stock up, right? He helped out, and could potentially be a first-round pick. He might slide his way in there. There's been a lot of draft boards listing him as a potential first-round talent. If not, then day 2 for sure, I think. The good size, right? Ideal frame, like I mentioned. He's stout. He's got good size to him. He plays with just an aggressive level. He's got 34-inch arms, so he's not afraid to go out there and help out and shove guys out the way. Good strength also. He usually always wins his battles at the line in the trenches. And like I said, he throws them around like a rag doll pretty much. So a guy he's smart. Like I said, he's going to go his career, right? He wants to do cybersecurity, policy, and governance if football does work out. So smart guy, like I mentioned, got the academic honors also, and he plays with just a tenacity that not a lot of guys play with. on the O-line sometimes. And I like him. He's got good plug-and-play potential. You can throw him in there as soon as you can, I think. And once he gets a little bit of experience, right, a little bit of seasoning under his belt in the NFL, I think he's going to thrive. He's very competitive, physically tough, mentally tough, and is always going to be ready, right? He's a confident player. It's what you love to see. Always wants to work, plays through the whistle, just a hard-working individual pretty much. But usually, like we always talk about for the offensive linemen, they struggle with balance sometimes just with their size and just kind of tossing guys around. So he does just need to work on that. But man, one thing he really handles well is whenever guys are rushing him, right, they're getting that bull rush maneuver off on him. He's pretty much not going to move. He pretty much just stands there and holds them still. He does not back down much at all when it comes to that. Like I said, sometimes he does struggle when when edge rushers or cornerbacks come in and run around him a little bit. But that's something that all offensive linemen just have to work on and figure out. But if you're going at him one-on-one, chances are 9 times out of 10 that Zion Johnson is going to get the win in that regard. So he's got some power, right? I like that he's able to really be aggressive with his hands and just finish guys and, doesn't get called for a whole lot of penalties. Really good football IQ. Like I said, smart in the classroom, and also smart on the field. And he's versatile. Like I said, he played left guard, he played left tackle for a season also. So that's also going to help if he needs to play anywhere on the left-hand side. If there's an injury at the left tackle, he can slide right in there, I believe. And I think that, he's definitely more of a pass blocker than a run blocker. But I like this guy. He's flexible for a size that big. He's actually got some spring to his legs. And I think, just like I said, if you get some workouts in, you get a good draft grade, I think that Zion Johnson's going to help out a good team in the NFL. Like I said, maybe a day 1 pick, if not day 2, 100%. And I think this guy is going to be a very good player in the NFL, someone that might be a little bit underrated that people might not look at coming out of Boston College. Because, look, everyone just likes to look at the bigger schools, right? The Georgias, the Clemsons, the Alabamas of the world. But sometimes, Matt Ryan came from Boston College, and he's been with the Falcons for over 10 plus years now. And sometimes just going to I would say smaller schools, but the lesser known schools, the lesser known football programs, you can get some very good players there. And I think Zion Johnson is another case that going to be probably a top 5, if not the for sure top 10 offensive guard in this draft. And I think he's going to get picked. Like I said, I'm pretty sure maybe day 1 would not surprise me. Day 2 for sure. If he goes day 3, then that's just a crime, Jeremiah. But I think this dude's going to be very special. I like his size. I like his tenacity and his toughness. So whoever picks up Zion Johnson, I think you're going to get a very good offensive guard and someone who's going to be there for quite a while in the NFL.
Absolutely. And we just want to see that happen for this young man. He has been putting in the work. He is getting prepped. He's getting ready. And coming from Boston College, which is, it's one of those teams that, we keep an eye on. We see them do some great things, but it's not one of the ones that's in the headlines, on the top of the headlines every single time we talk about college football. So that's one of the things that I love about college football is some of the greatest players in the games will always come from any team in the college football system. It's not every amazing player comes straight out of Alabama or Ohio State, nothing like that. There are players that come out of every amazing region of the country, and some players, especially great players, will specifically go to smaller or, big, but not top, not the very top of the line schools because they want to get play time on the field. They want to get lots of practice and they want to have a chance to shine. So Zion Johnson, we are so excited for you. We want to see where you go next. And everybody watching, tell us what you think. What team might draft Zion Johnson? What are your favorite things about this player? And what do you see coming in his future? And if you're watching us live, thank you so much. And if you're listening to our podcast, thank you again. But if you're not listening to it, come and join us. 100 Yards of Football. You can pull up your Spotify app, your Apple Podcast app, or any app that you listen to podcasts, including your home device, using your voice to say, hey, play 100 Yards of Football podcast, and it'll play it directly over your voice-enabled device. So thank you so much to everyone who already is listening. And if you're not listening yet, please join us. You can listen in the morning. You can listen at your office while you're at work. You can listen on your break or on your drive back home or in the evenings when you're getting ready for your dinner or getting ready to go to bed and just relaxing. You can pull up our amazing podcast with over 700 episodes, many of which are evergreen, which means you can listen to them any anytime, year after year, because they cover amazing historic moments in NFL, college, and high school football history. So thank you so much to Mr. Logan Landers for our NFL draft prospect on Zion Johnson out of Boston College. I am your producer, Jeremiah Long,